On this day back in 1999, men picking up cans here along Old Tarboro Road found the body of 16-year-old Vebecca Jones. The Raleigh teen had been missing from her home for 6 months. Investigators also found a grocery bag along with her body. And for the last 25 years, that's really all we've known about this case. But we've spoken with detectives and with her family. And tonight, for the very first time, we're sharing her story.
I miss her. We all miss her.
There isn't a day that goes by that Lorenzo Jones doesn't think about his baby sister, Vebecca.
V, yeah, V. Yeah, we called her V. See, she was named after my grandmother. My grandmother's name was Rebecca, so my mom named her Vebecca.
His family only has 3 pictures left of her, but his memory of V remains vivid as ever.
But the most I remember about is her eyes. She had some of the big, brown, pretty eyes.
He has 2 other sisters, but he says his bond with V was different. They were alike, curious, sometimes hot-headed, and very independent.
That girl was tough, boy. I'm telling you. If you knew V, she was tough. She ain't waiting on nobody to do nothing for her. She was just different. She was different.
When she was just 16, V went missing. Her age certainly a concern, but something else made this news even more difficult for his family.
Yeah, she was 3 months pregnant.
For months, while they waited for her to come home, Lorenzo's life stopped.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't go to no family functions or nothing. I stayed home. Christmas, Thanksgiving, I didn't do nothing.
6 months later, right around the time she would have been due, his family turned on the TV.
And you know, not wanting to believe it, they said they found a body between the age of 15 and 17. I said, oh no, she's 16. Because I didn't want to believe it.
Dental records later confirmed it was his baby sister. 25 years later, the moment he got the call is still a little fuzzy.
I really don't remember. I just know my hands went numb.
V's body was found on Old Tarboro Road in Wendell, 17 miles from home. We walked that road with Detective Brian Gay with the Wake County Sheriff's Office. He spent his whole life here in this part of the county, and he's on the case today. He says Old Tarboro Road hasn't changed much at all since V's body was found here 25 years ago, with one exception. And Vebecca was found back this way?
Yes, probably about 150 yards toward the left.
Okay, and that's one area that has changed?
Yes. The area where this neighborhood here used to be an open field and woodlands to the right.
Her body was found in a creek bed, which is now under construction to build a new neighborhood. The creek and the amount of time she spent there made evidence harder to recover back in 1999.
When she was located, she was in a state of advanced decomposition. Some of her clothing was still with her. Some of the other items were close by, but she was in a partially mummified skeletal state.
At that point, her pregnancy could not be medically confirmed, but Lorenzo says he's sure she was expecting at the time she disappeared. Her autopsy report lists her manner of death as homicide, the cause asphyxiation. A grocery bag was also found with her body. Investigators then believed it could be a big clue.
We're hoping maybe someone will recognize that as coming from a particular store in this county.
Yeah, they eventually found out that the bag was manufactured for a major grocery chain, and it was manufactured between the years of 97 and 98.
The information was not the break in the case initial investigators had hoped for. While the sheriff's office never named any suspects, Lorenzo heard a few names over the years from people he knows, and an eerie memory stands out from a year before his sister vanished.
The last argument we got into, I pulled up on her, and she was somewhere she wasn't supposed to be. And I fussed her out, and I put her in the car, and I said, I'm taking you home. And I sat down the steps, and I cried. I said, do you remember, at the time that V got killed, it was a lot of women in Raleigh popping up dead. And I told V, I said, V, do you see these women popping up every day, missing, dead? I said, yo, this ain't no place for you.
Lorenzo has no idea to this day why anyone would want to hurt his sister. Over the last 25 years, it's hard to put into words what his family has gone through.
There's a lot of stuff that goes on there. People just don't know. They don't know what they did to us. They don't know what they did to my mama. I ain't seen my mama smile in so long.
And now, Lorenzo isn't even concerned with justice. He just wants answers.
Just let me find out. I don't care if they didn't prosecute. Just let me know who did this to my sister.
So you don't even care if they press charges? You just
I don't care. I just want to know who did this to my sister. That's it. But before it's all said and done, it's gonna come to the light. I truly believe it's gonna come, and I'm talking about real soon.
Detective Gay is still actively pursuing this case. He says at this point it's personal to him. It will stick with him until he gets answers. He's asking for anyone with information to please come forward to the Wake County Sheriff's Office to bring this family answers or maybe even peace after all these years. Live in Wendell, Sydney Schofield, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.